How you doing, guys? Right then, here is my long-awaited Blu-ray updated Blu-ray collection for you. Right then, the Blu-rays I've got that I've bought since my last update, in alphabetical order, of course. So first off, we're going to start with Frank Henenlotter's the Basket Case Trilogy, the steel book. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of you know this, but I'm gonna tell you about it anyway. Right, first off, the steel book. Now, the trouble with these is that when I get the steel book, I tend to buy the regular edition as well and keep the steel book sealed because they're so nice. I'll show you why. Now this is how it originally looked like when it was sealed. Now when I unsealed it, this is what happens. Has all the synapse on what it's about on the back and what's in what the extras are, and yeah, still quite a nice edition though. Yeah, right, okay, sorry, the story, the trilogy starts off about this shy young man who is carrying his deformed Siamese twin about the Big Apple with him because his deformed brother wants his revenge on the doctors who separated them as children against their will, and as a result they put the deformed brother, who is very small, thinking he was dead and he nearly was killed, into a black bin liner, who was then rescued by the normal twin, and they want revenge, and they seek the three doctors out, offering them in gruesome manners, in a gruesome way, but the deformed one, this has left him psychotically disturbed, and he basically kills anyone that pisses him off, or does anything, or he sees to have does anything either against him or his normal brother. In the process of them getting revenge, the normal one, he hooks up with this one of the doctor's secretaries. Yeah, and Bilal, the deformed one, he doesn't take very kindly to that, and while they're on the date, he trashes our hotel rooms, and he kills one of the neighbours in the hotel, who returns after everyone went to see what the noise was all about, to steal some money. Anyway, this causes him to, the normal one while on the date, to rush back, and afterwards he they finish off, and they go on a drunken night out before completing their revenge. And after they kill the first doctor, he briefly gets back with this woman, and as a result, Bilal goes ape, and he then proceeds to sneak out of the apartment, the hotel room, and he goes to this girl's apartment, and he attempts to rape her, and then he throttles her, and the normal twinner, he senses this, and he rushes to the apartment, and he sees what Bilal has done, and he is fuming, absolutely fuming, and he is shouting and screaming into the basket, and the hotel manager sees a commotion, and everyone else sees what's going on and follows him, and in the fight, they both end up plunging from their hotel room window. Right, and later on, well, this is where the first one finishes, and later on, they end up in hospital, and have the potential to go into prison until they are befriended by this woman, who is dubbed by the press as Dr. Freaks, and they are sneaked out of the hospital, and they are kindly taken in with the rest of these freaks. And after this, the trilogy just tells of their fight to escape the humiliation of being freaks, all of the freaks in that house, and how Dwayne and Belial help them overcome being alienated and stuff. And yeah, I'm sorry about the spoiler, but the reason for that being is the trilogy is one story about alienation and stuff. Right, okay. Right. Okay. Right. If you ask me which one of the three I prefer, um, before telling you, I'd say that they're all as good as each other in their own way. Uh, part, I quite enjoyed. I quite enjoy. I prefer the very first one because although it's supposed to be silly, I thought it was. Yeah, and it is, and thought it was actually the most darkest and most brooding of the three films. Part two was quite was both bizarre, weird, and yet a charming film about um, how how the two how the Siamese twins were get befriended by and taken in by this sweet granny type person. Um, and part three, well, part three is just a lot. It's just fun, absolute, just a fun film. And that's it. Right. Okay. Right. Next one up. I had to get this because I saw this one initially at the Abertoir Film Festival in Aberystwyth, and I really did enjoy this. Inbred, yeah, I love this film, absolutely brilliant. I think one of the greatest splatter epics I have seen in many years. It's done by, it's directed by, it's a British horror film directed by Alex Chandon. It concerns a gang of juvenile delinquents that are taken by their youth leaders to a remote Yorkshire village, only to find themselves in trouble with some bloodthirsty maniacs, and one by one they die in the most harshest, bloodiest ways possible. Yeah, I think what to say about it is I quite liked it because it had that fine mixture of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre and 2000 Maniacs. Oh yeah, and did I mention that Paddy from Emmerdale is in it as well, who plays the Leatherface type psycho known as Podge. Yeah. The gore in it is absolutely fantastic. Alex Chandon has previously been known for directing such other films such as Drill Bit and Bad Karma. Yeah, really good. beautiful gore scenes in it. Right, okay, next up, Lady Snowblood. Right, Lady Snowblood, it's one of those spray movies. Well, this houses Lady Snowblood 1 and 2. Right, they were which were both made in the first one made in 1973 and the second one is made in 1974. Right, say what I think. Right, this is what it's about. At birth, she is born to take revenge because of the death of her mother in prison, and she grows up to be some sort of female samurai assassin. Yeah, to off all the people responsible. Yeah, to be honest with you, this is not one I think very highly of. Really, in fact, it really isn't my cup of tea, to be honest. Really, for two reasons. One is I'm not a big fan of spray movies. They're not very realistic, and two, yeah, some of the effects are not very good. The effects are not very good. You can clearly see that. You can clearly actually see that it's just red paint. Basically, it's a terrible film. Absolutely. Quite a bad film, actually. I can see why it was never released previously until now. Okay. My next is the Saw box set. Okay. Now, I've seen every single one of these now. I've always found them very entertaining, really entertaining. If you like the sober torture porn stuff, I suggest you pick these films up. And also, if you like scary dot ones or puppets, pick this up, because all the films has one in it, and it's one of the main characters in it, which the killer uses, who's called Jigsaw. Yeah, if you haven't heard of these films, where have you been all your life? What it is Jigsaw goes around punishing people who don't fully appreciate their lives, and they give them a choice to do things like mutilate themselves or die. yeah, they're all really graphic, really disturbing films. If you've not seen them, I advise you to go see them. Right, now I'm not sure whether I've done this one. Scarface, yeah, I'm gonna do it again because it's such a good film. Yeah, yeah, I think I do, I have done a review of this. So I'll put, I think I might put a link to the review in the descriptions. But I'll just go on about, yeah, you can't go wrong with this one. A high def picture and 7.1 sound, which you can't go much wrong with such an amazing edition of an amazing film. Right. Okay. Next up, the whole Star Wars saga. The whole Star Wars saga. This is a pretty nice box set, but I'm gonna complain. I'm gonna have a little moan about this. Basically, because George Lucas has messed around way too many times with this film. He really has messed around with it way too many times. Yeah, scenes like adding Jabba the Hutt in A New Hope and the origin and in Return of the Jedi, he altered the original Pit of Carkoon, and instead of becoming a graphic scene of peril, it started becoming these stupid, terrific type things. Yeah, I would hope at some stage some of these scenes will get restored or put on as extras at some point, because it's just silly what he's done. Really is silly. Right, now right, the next one is the one I've been looking forward the most to showcasing you. Ta-da! Lucio Fulci's classic zombie flesh eaters. Yeah. Now, I have bought this film to death. Absolutely bought it. I remember the first time I saw it, and that was when I was just finishing up the sixth form when I was a teenager on that really horrible, bad, heavily cut VHS version you could get 20 years ago from HMV. But even in that format, I fully enjoyed the film. It was an amazing film. Yeah, really good. And right, and and this and what our video have done, they've done a fantastic job with this Blu-ray. It is all crammed with extras. You get an intro from Ian McCulloch, interview with him as well on the second disc, as well as Gino DeRossi and the script writer. Yeah, but however, this Blu-ray of Zombie Flesh Eaters, it isn't in any means the perfect, isn't in many means the perfect edition. I'll tell you why. Maybe this is me being petty. The reason why it's not the perfect edition, again I'm being a bit petty, is because when it's the intro, and after it shows directed by Lucio Fulci, it suddenly cuts up. The music just suddenly cuts off instead of gradually disappearing. If you don't know what I mean, get the Blu-ray, or as a matter of fact the Arrow Video DVD, and you'll see what I mean. Yeah, but nevertheless, I'm very pleased with this edition of the film. It is about time we have seen a decent edition, a decent release of Zombie Flesh Eaters, and this is the best version to go for. Okay, right, okay. That seems to have wraps things up, and okay, and when I get another few more another few more Blu-rays, I will be back here and I'll be doing this again. I will do another Xbox 360 games collection for you, but if you've heard my videos, you should know by now the score that they are very expensive. So, as always, I'll see you soon in another video. Bye.